Be the bad guy. Oh my god, bro, be the bad guy. Listen, I've been reading this book called The Power in Saying No, and I want you to understand. I've just finished it today. Baba, listen, if there's anything I could tell you, be the bad guy. There's something I learned from this book, and I'm gonna share it with you real quick. Nice people don't get what they want, they get what they're given. There are times you have to be ruthless to get what you want and reject what you don't want. I've said this over and over again in the book to make you understand that. Mean people will always progress and get things done. I understand it so clearly. Be the bad guy. Listen to me. Be the person who rejects people's plans and be like, no, I want to prioritize myself. Be that person this summer, because bro, everyone's going back to school. Okay, everyone's going back to school. We're all going back to college, etc., etc., etc. Uni. Be that one bad guy. Be the bad guy. That's, oh, what the heck? Why is he so separate? Be the bad guy. And now, obviously, I'm not telling you to be rude, but there's one thing I've learned about this book. Okay, when it says bad guy, right? It emphasizes be unapologetic. This is my favorite part of the book. So to give you some context, this book is split into 4 sections, okay? It has 3 laws of saying no. Now, the book is called The Power in Saying No. And personally, it teaches you how to say no, reject people, set boundaries, and it's like a journal about a book in one, right? So the book is split into 3 sections. There's 3 laws. This is the first page when you open the book. I'm so serious. When I first opened this book and it said F no in big letters, I was like, fuck no, like what? But essentially, the first law is teaching you how to reject people bluntly. Like, set them boundaries and don't let people cross them. The second section of the book, this genuinely changed my brain chemistry. Stop being so nice. This part of the book teaches you to don't mistake being nice for being good. Like, I understand now the difference between being a nice person and being a good person. Like, I didn't think there was a difference. I used to think that, yo, if you're a nice person, that means you're a good person. But this book literally says, evil people can be nice too. And I was like, what? And this is my favorite section of the book. Be unapologetic. Now, this part teaches you how to literally be yourself. But like, in the simplest terms. Because you know when people tell you to be yourself, bro, just be yourself. They don't emphasize the fact that being yourself means not caring. Like, if you're being yourself, you don't care what people say. This literally teaches you how to stop being, like, how to stop caring. That's why, for example, even me, I can post in the video, do worms and shit. I genuinely stop caring what people say. Like, whether it's in comments or whether it's in, like, people can text me, like, bro, I seen your video, it was corny. I genuinely don't care. And I don't know how. After I read this book, I can't even lie, I stopped caring about anyone's opinions. I genuinely don't care anymore. It even teaches you how to be unapologetic with family. Now, some people will find this a bit controversial, and I was like, kind of, I don't want to kind of tell my mom to fuck off, of course, but you know what I mean? Like, but it teaches you how to set boundaries with family. For example, if you're in a household where, you know, you've grown up in a toxic household, etc., brother, this book literally teaches you how to set them boundaries and how to grow. Because you have to understand, the way neuroplasticity works, the more times you say yes to people, the more times you shut in, the more times you close, your brain remembers that, and it becomes a habit, and it becomes your lifestyle. And now you're cooked. Now you're 90, and now you're regretting all the things you didn't do and did do. Do you get what I'm saying? This section of the book teaches you how to be unapologetic. And if you look, it's also a journal as well, so you can write through it. But there is so many different techniques. Like, look, this is technique 3. My favorite is technique 1. It's very, very simple. It's called be blunt and deny, where you literally tell people no. Just no. You tell them no. Like I said, whether you are a business person, a normal person, someone who wants to work a 9 to 5, you're Superman, whatever, you're going to have to learn how to say no to people. Not just people, but to bad habits, but to bad mindsets, but to bad energy, bad environment. The most successful people, or anyone in general that like keeps to themselves, knows how to say no. They know how to tell people to back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to learn how to say no. I'm going to keep emphasizing this. You need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to say no.